The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have some fun today. If you don't know me, my name is Ray, last name is Reynolds. Get a tablet pen so we can begin. I need you to write information down and put it here in that brain of yours. Everybody wants the American dream. Unfortunately, there's a lot of blah, blah, blah out there. I've been helping people for 45 years to the truth. Bottom line today, it's live 6 days a week. No pictures, no recording. Because I need you to put it here and understand what I'm about to tell you today. So understand the goodies on the right-hand side, things I obtained, kind of fun stuff. I love Lamborghinis and Ferraris and yachts. Why not? I didn't like eating out of a trash can as a kid. I didn't like being used and abused too. I wanted to make sure I was the smartest person in the room, learn how to play. Go get the American dream. Well, that's what they said to me, so I did it. What about you? You're sitting there going, beep, beep, beep. That's about it. That's not good. So understand, rags to riches. You see, the bottom line is going to be up to you. Do you want to go get the goodies? You're going to have to listen to rules and tools and follow through. Today, I'm going to look behind that curtain. You see, what you got to do is understand and dissect things. In other words, today, it's like that 750 score you want and what you need. Let's think. Here's a $100 million building, a Lamborghini, and a $5 million mansion and a race boat. All say the Ray Reynolds University, too. But again, I maintain an 841. What do you maintain? You see what we can do to get to that 750 score. Now that first 100,000, a pain in the asset. Building you up, getting you rules and tools to follow along is the hardest thing to do. Once you get that 100,000 to the million, easier to do. Ultimate goal, let me add you to my credit system. You see, I developed a system years ago when I was training Ken Yarborough, security chief at TRW Superior, TRW stood for the reports wrong. Literally, Thomas Raymond Woolridge. They made bicycle parts. They become information. They become experience. See, you're entitled to the same goodies too. But again, let me show you some goodies some more. And let's see how we get to the American dream. Now, I can't help you till I analyze you. See, I like to look at your spirit and your trend, your nickel fact, and tell you exactly what you need to do. Ultimate goal. Now I'm online 6 days a week. Been in person online for 6 days a week for 45 years. I'd like to repackage every one of you, if you let me to. But again, you're going to have to follow along, go to class. So the bottom line is simple. I can help you through workshops, and that's fun because they're weekly as well, or private time with me. I've been having fun this last week with these 1 hour calls. It's been fun repackaging every one of them, pointing in the right direction. All right, ultimate goal. So understand today, if you want to get to the millionaire status, there's 1,000 steps. You have to know the rules and tools, and you have to become a certified CFO. Ultimate goal, my legacy should be the Ray Reynolds University. It should basically have about 10 billion by the time I go, and my 6 kids are going to be vice presidents too. Bottom line, what I wanted to do, I wanted to help people for free. I brought in my first 100,000 of credit at 9.5 years old with Helping Hand Industries. My first million, 14. Double billion, 2.6 billion in corporate structure by the time I was 26. But no one wanted to play with me. They had to put some skin in the game. So here's how it works today. Whatever program you get involved with me, I'll give you back your money. Through personal business credit, up to times 10. It's better than being in Vegas. What do you think? So let's draw that diagram in front of you. Here's a corporation with divisions or subsidiaries. Let's understand the difference between the two. The banks use subsidiaries, a corp owning corporations. So when Bank of America bankrupts 4,000 locations, they write off on their taxes and get a tax credit. What did you do? Go home and go boo-hoo? Probably true. So understand, so division is something I developed and wrote rules and tools in 1985 and 86. You see, in California, we have a franchise tax fee. I don't want to pay one for every corporation. So what did I do? Corporation with a bunch of divisions. So let's understand how to play. Now, bottom line, understand, it's like, when we look at Sam's Club, the #1 box store in the world. You look online today, it'll say they shut down 63 locations in California 2 years before pandemic. 1,204 so far. That means every location they decide to close down or bankrupt, get rid of the pieces, they get a tax credit. It's called business. But again, you got to learn to play. Geico last year ran out of California, shut down all their offices, and fired everybody. They're still on advertising on TV, so Warren Buffett company anyway. See, California changed the rules if you have an office. So they shut them down. Now you got to look at cities. Can you imagine? 11 cities have filed bankruptcy. How did they do that? Aren't they part of the system? The United States of America Incorporated sets up 50 corporations called states, corporations called cities. So they have the ability, and they set up the Chapter 9 bankruptcy in the Federal Protection Act. They get a bankrupt, but then stay in business. Your biggest problem is you didn't learn to play. Why didn't you play with me? I've been doing this for 45 years. So the bottom line today, #1, stop bringing the pain home. #2, all right, become a certified CFO. #3, reprogram your brain into millionaire status. And understand my blueprint is very simple. All right, we're going to see it. We're going to pray. We're going to open the door. God opens the door for us and go get it. See it, believe it, go get it. Kind of concept works for me. It's worked for me since I was a little kid. Now let's understand today. We the people. We have a corporation, and the 14th Amendment, a corporation is a legal person. So here's what we got to think about. We the people. See, you have to look at the SSM. That means everything you bring in under your social security number, money, tax, and then you're supposed to live on that too. And then you act like, wait, Julie, what are you going to do? Your credit's free money. And then you jack it up, screw it up, can't write a diddly squat. Sorry to say, it's just true. The bottom line is you got to learn how to play. See, the rich and famous people and the 1%ers do. They look at the corporation and SS4. They don't pay tax until they're profitable. So maybe today you think about a couple things too. Let's teach you how to play. The ultimate goal is, what did you completed? In other words, what did you do yesterday, the day before, and last week? Did you get off your assets and get something done? Or are you just going through the routine and you're boring again and again? You see, if you want to go get it, you got to get off your what? Go get it too. See, the bottom line is pretty much, here's you. You're the biggest problem you got. You're afraid to try. You hold yourself back. You don't think you can do this. Wah, 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 wah. It's ridiculous. You got choices today. Let me repackage you. Ultimate goal. Let's understand that structure one more time. If you have a corporation before you met me, you spend 3 to 5,000 and didn't learn diddly squat. Those attorneys, CPAs, and corporate services should be sued. Literally, I've been giving corporation articles for 45 years for free. Little filing fee for the state. A corporation should never do business. If it does, and they sue it, they sue you. That's called stupidity. A corporation manages entities called divisions. Then you'll never bring the pain home ever again. Basically, what that does is put all your ducks in a row. The ability to let me repackage you into a corporate structure. Is that okay with you? You see, you got choices today. I'm the incorporator for rich and famous people. People coming out of prison, homeless people too. So we got choices today. It's like when Dr. Lucky and I set up that hospital on Fiji Island years ago, where kids are dying of gum disease. I couldn't get anybody to help us as much until I got one of my clients on the board. You've heard of Arnold before, right? Isn't that fun? And the next thing is I got Glenn out of his car. He lived there for 3 years. Kind of sucks. The kid, his son had to live with his friends. So I said, get out of your car, go to the workshop some more. Well, 450,000 of credit on one of my TV shows and got a new house and new truck. You see, you got a choice today. Giovanni got $1.6 million. He works for Pixar. Next from there, I got people coming out of prison. Here we got Freeway, Diggity Ross. What did I do? I got him 3 American Express cards. I got his wife credit, got his family too before he got out of prison. The bottom line is basically it's up to him to play the game. Now, Thomas was in prison for 26 years. The bottom line, in 8 months, I got him in the brand new trucks called dump trucks. He did $5 million last year. Can you want to play? But basically, what did you do to you? You sit around the kitchen table with your friends and family. You got excited to start a business. Oh, goody. Where are we going to get the money? Hey, let's jack up the credit cards, jack up the house. Let's screw it up. Let's bring the damn pain home. Well, that's what most of you did. Sorry, it's just true. Why the heck would you jack up credit if you can't run a diddly squat? At least you should ask them to increase the limit too. But again, the problem is you brought the pain home to you and your family. Don't do that anymore, please. You met me today. Write down today's date. Let's go project 90 working days. Let's go get it. Let's see it. Believe it. Go get it. Is that okay? You see, you got choices like when I wrote Winning the Game of Business 45 years ago. Isn't that fun? Page 16 says cash flow free up your time. I wonder if somebody stole that. Rickety-dickety dad. Basically, maybe I should sue him someday in my spare time. You know, the 12 books and CDs I sold at the Bonaventure for $5,000 a set for 32 years. Ultimate goal, we get to play. You want the full blueprint, you get the 12 books and CDs. That's all you got to do. And on top of that, getting the real estate, I can show you to get millions of dollars real estate too. I got a series on that as well. Then you got a financial series, Becoming the Bank. I was the largest registered agent in the world for Nevada. I sold 10 times more than anybody on the planet to this day. So if you want the books and CDs, there's 18 of them. You can get them for free when you invest $1,000 with me today, or you can pay $9.99. Ultimate goes right behind me. Okay, copy machine. So the reality is simple. You see, when you start a business, you got to hold your breath. You got no choice. You don't know if they're going to push you down, you're going to catch you, or you're going to basically what? Your choice is up to you. You see, my journey wasn't so easy. I got born in a taxi, kind of sucked. She didn't want me. I got to be with Mrs. Hope, and she was a she-devil from hell. So today, your journey can begin with me if you wanted to. Ultimate goal, let's understand today. I wake every day up at 2:25 in the morning. I drop to my knees, say, thank you, Jesus, for another day. Then I go look in the mirror. See, I've been doing the mirror test since I was about 2.5 years old. You see, who am I going to go ask for help? Mommy and daddy that threw me away? I got to count on me. So it became God and me, the ultimate goal. So today, do yourself a favor. Quit listening to a bunch of dummies around you. All right, you're going to have to learn to see it, believe, and go get it too. The ultimate goal is going to be up to you, not to cloud your direction. You might just want to listen to someone who brought in millions and billions instead, because BS is BS. Now, July 4, 2009, I got my 3 yachts in my backyard. I'm helping people 6 days a week, having fun. My wife wants to take basically one of the yachts with a group of people. And you know what happened the next day? I'm in a damn coma. Are you kidding me? I'm worth millions and billions, helping people 6 days a week. I do get to hear my tax attorney trick my wife to sign a POA. And then from there, the nurse asked my wife if I was a donor. They're going to rip out my heart and take it away. But I got a choice that day to stay in peace or go back. I said, go back. You see, there's no excuses for you, sorry to say. I had to move 24 times the time I'm 11 and a half years old. Every school had a bully. You had to run or kick it, and I would rather die than run. Ultimate goal, I like to go to school in Watts, Torrance, and Hawthorne, and all the good areas too, and Long Beach too. Now, I've been shot twice with a gun. I've been knifed 6 times. See, I got no excuses, but neither do you. All right, if you're going to feel sorry for yourself, call the ambulance and get over it. You get 3 seconds or less. That's all you get. Because this world's going to eat you up if you don't listen to me. The ultimate goal you get to play. Now, I got a book coming out this year called Jesus is Not a Drive-Thru. Ultimate goal is very simple. Being a Christian's a way of life, not a moment in time. But again, you can learn how to play too. So let's show you some more goodies. I like goodies. You see the Lamborghini collection, the Duffys, and the mansions. Bottom line is I broke the record for the fastest and highest kick on the planet in 1981. I wanted to prove white men do jump, and stupid people say we don't. So you got a choice to listen today about yachts in the backyard, race boats, and helicopters, U-Docks, and some yachts and some Ferraris too. Wow, if you got the hold of the Ray Reynolds blueprint and me, you think what I can do for you? I can get you past go and get you the blueprint to see it, believe it, and go get it. The ultimate goal. Now, credit repair is a fraud. The biggest fraud on the planet today. When you pay that monthly fee, you're just being ripped off and writing stupid letters that don't work. Bottom line is they didn't even script the credit. You did it. So let's write down 6 and 611. Let's see what you can do for yourself today. Now, understand something. When you do hire one of these flaky companies that are not supposed to collect money up front, it actually wakes up the creditor and makes them more a little pissed off at you. And your score goes down, down, down. Sit up, and away. You see, there's no magic wand. If you owe a debt collection account, you better man up and woman up and pay your bill. There's no free ride. The reality is that's why you got bad luck, because you thought you can rip off your creditor too. Now, if you really want a 750 score, negotiate a collection account that's open. From there, it's very simple. Get all accounts 25, 29%. And then from there, do a rapid refresh. And I created that 38, 39 years ago now. Wow. Now you have 750 score. That's called the KISS method, by the way. Keep it simple, stupid. That's what KISS stands for. Keep everything simple. Now, if you want me to help you, I'll put you in class and I'll teach you how to play the game and get to the 750 score. You got to pay attention to that. Here's your first 25 steps today. Go to annualcreditreport.com, get your reports for free. And then basically let me analyze you. Number 2, I want to look at your spirit and you're trying to do an Equifax. I can tell you exactly what you need to do, what I'll do for you too. In 90 working days together, you'll get a 750 score. Wow. Now we can go a bit of CFO for the corporation and divisions and more. Now let's pull out a Social Security card. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Gentlemen, it's in your purse. Ladies, it's in your wallet. You see, number 1 is very simple today. We look at it and we look at this application for Social Security card. I'm sorry, you didn't pay attention to the application. If mommy did it because Nixon took the gold standard out, or you did before then. Did you dissect the form, which you should have? You did not do that too. So number 1 says name to be shown on card. Full name at birth other than above other names you use. So a SSN, Social Security number, equals a 1040 tax return. That's all it's for. You see, the grown-ups that got credit in the 70s and 80s that came in the mail, they never use your SSN in the first place. When you look at the card that's in your personal wallet today, ladies and gentlemen, read it this time front and back. It'll usually say do not laminate, don't carry with you, don't use for ID purposes, and you did that anyway, so you're in violation of the IRS rules and tools. Congratulations. From there, it says Property Assessment Administration, not you. By the way, that's the IRS. So let's understand the SSN again. That got you a Social Security card for the 1040 tax return. That's all it was for. Then you use it for your credit purposes and you brought the pain home some more. Silly and dumb, sorry to say, but it's true. You got choices today. So let's understand. When you got your first paycheck a long time ago, remember your first job? You thought you were ripped off. Where's my money? Then someone pointed out the IRS gets their cut, you get the leftover. That's why we're sheep and ducks. What you didn't do is look at the 14th Amendment of the Constitution that allows a corporation as the legal person under SS4. So let's understand today. Write down irs.gov. File a tax return with your SSN SS41, called a single filing, called an S Corporation 2, and you'll never really pay any more tax ever again. But it's up to you. See, you could play and compare the two. You got your SSN for what? 1040 tax return, the SS4 for corporation and divisions and rules and tools. Here we pay no damn tax, here we're profitable, here we're taxed to death, and we can't get caught up. Wow. And what did you do to you? You jacked it up, got stuck, couldn't get any more, and brought the pain home. Isn't that kind of stupid? Isn't that kind of dumb? Oh, well, can I say? I'll teach you how to rebuild you if you want me to, because I'll never bring the pain home like you, all right, because I wrote rules and tools how to play. You see, you got to learn to be a certified CFO. You got to balance the debt, learn to play. We only get one SSM. We're all a bunch of ducks and sheep. Corporation gets one tax ID, SS4. So if they sue the corp, they sue you. You're still a duck, some more. Well, when they sue you, you better duck. But the bottom line is on an SS4, the reason I created divisions in process in 85 and 86 is give me a second chance to try. As long as I'm trying, I'm not dying. If I'm not trying, I must be dead. See, division gives you the process another chance, maybe one or two, become that certified CFO, and don't you ever bring that pain home. See, the SSN mixes all a bunch of D or a sheep. I'm a duck too. Oh, we should say all through the day. S is for. That's a flying eagle and more. You got choices today. Let's understand how to play. I got to rebuild your SSN because that's what you use and build credit to. So as I rebuild it, that way you're a CFO for the corporate, the divisions. Ultimate goal is the S is for. The reality is I want to get your name on one of those two. See, I like to teach how to play. So then you can basically put your ducks in a row and choose wisely from now on and quit bringing the damn pain home in the first place, which you never had to, but you did what you did for you. Isn't that kind of silly and dumb? Remember the application you didn't pay attention to? We have to look at the SSN for 1040 tax return. In the corner there, it says SS5. Do you know that's IRS? So if we play, understand the SS4. Let's compare the two. A bank has a location and they bankrupt them because branch numbers, but their parent company writes it off on their taxes and gets a tax credit. Grocery stores and cities do too. That's called a subsidiary. But your line 1 here says name of entity or individual person. So you can put your name on line 1 and I can build you a credit report again and again. You see the only form on planet Earth. You've heard of planet Earth before? It says line 9, it says reason to apply. It does say banking and credit purposes, does it not? See, the only form that allows one per entity is a tax ID, SS4. Gives you a second chance to try. You have 4 things a corporation gets to do. Number 1, buffer tax. That means it doesn't pay tax till you're profitable. Is that okay? Corporate credit. Let's get some credit so we can write off the interest rate in the credit card and finance itself. And then the car. Fleet price tax ID division. Hotel, we get the free buffet. Now, the divisions are very simple. There's 7 reasons to do that too. Remember, no picture, got to write it down. Line 1, or number 1 is line of defense. Screw up, get another one. They're cheap. Multiple functions, buy and wholesale price, multiple credit reports, and real estate, separate liability. So if we set up the line of defense and we build tax ID for every entity, that debt follows tax ID. Then we build credit reports to get $1 million of credit too. Wow. I'll give you a statement of guarantee. And I'll guarantee exactly what I say I can do, as long as you play by the rules and tools and you do what I ask you to do. Simple. Get the class, don't violate. If you violate, understand that means you apply for credit or you jacked up cards. Then I got to close your case and say bye-bye to you. Or I got to charge a little fee because I pay for the first wrap and rescore. I don't want you to screw it up. When you violate, you have to talk to Santos, the floor manager, or your specialist at 800-510-3338. See, you got a choice to understand your past should not chase your future. So we have to look at past, present, and future. If you have an open collection account, negotiate that damn thing. If you don't, it's going to kick your ass heads. You got an IRS problem, simple to do, irs.gov. Under the Constitution, they have to give you a form called 656 433A and B. You can actually rebuild yourself right away, but that's up to you. So what I want to do is a rapid refresh and block crap and put the score up and away. Green lights for you too. 750. But that means you have to play the rules and tools, go to class, and do exactly what I asked you to do as I repackage you. You see, the only thing you have to do is negotiate an open collection account, put your debt ratio to 25-20% revolving cards, a rapid refresh, and now you got a 750 and more. That's called the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. We're not stupid, but we do a lot of stupid things. What do you think? That 750 score is waiting for you. Again, what I need to do is rebuild your credit, rapid refresh. Go to class on Saturdays. I have classes for free and basically for the client too. 750 score. But I'm going to charge you $1,000, $999. But I'm going to give you $1,000 card back to you so you can reimburse yourself. The reality is simple. All right. I want to make sure you understand I'm your coach for 90 days, but all right, I will discount that during the broadcast only to $499. That means you have to scan to pay now. That means now. Pay now. From there, I'm your coach for 90 days. Ultimate goal. All right, and now that card becomes 500 because that's what you invested to get you back your money 100% too. You can take a picture of this page. It's called Zelle. Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@racecredit.com. Always put RW on that Zelle, which is Zelle for bank transfer, deposit, or wire. So you get assigned a specialist to hold your hand every step of the way while you get to my classes with me. If you do give me referrals, understand something today. All right, I will build you more credit or pay you 10% for your referral. You can make up to $1,000 today, and I'll sell it to you right away too. Now I need you to call 888-567-8688, please. I need you to get off the national mailing list. You did it to yourself. That's how you get junk mail and robocalls. Please opt out for 5 years. That's what I want you to do. Next, I want you to plan the problem from now on. Hey, all I know is one of your friends and family ripped you off. All right, knocked you down. You weren't surprised, were you? You probably were. You spent thousands, something didn't work. So I need you to plan the problem from now on. Now, every card you got in your personal wallet today, you need a sticky. You need to write down safety credit. Write it down now. You want to put the limit on the sticky. You want to maintain 25% always, and you never go past 29%. That way you build your own line of defense. Don't worry, I set up the rules and tools for Yarborough, TRW, and Spirit, and everybody follow along like a bunch of sheep and ducks. Every dashboard says 0 to 29 is green. So if you're a loan person said 40 to 50%, that's BS. That's why you have to negotiate or pay down a debt during escrow. Don't worry, I created rapid refresh for that too. 30% yellow, 50% red. That sticky can get you past go. Discipline. That's what you need today. Ultimate goal. Remember, today is very simple. You have to balance your debt, but you have to learn to use the right cards. Here's your problem when you have an emergency. You should ask them to increase them, but let's understand something today. Here you are trying to balance your debt. All cards but 2 use the 29% rule. When you jack it up to 30 or more, pop, you're stuck. Can't get any more. He brought the pain home and kicked your own assets too. Reality, that's ridiculous. There are 2 cards that don't use the 28% rule. So you need to learn to balance that debt and quit bringing the damn pain home. See, American Express Gold and Platinum cards are like a house or a car. As long as you maintain the payment, you can jack them up and never bring the pain home. That's unlimited up to $1 million and paid over time. You can learn to play. When you see what happens when everybody gets an emergency and loses their job, they don't panic. They run out of time. They basically run out of time. They run out of money. And then they jack up their credit cards in 42 days, up and away. And they brought the pain home and wonder what happened to me. Then they start to feel sorry for themselves. Reality is, in this world, nobody gives a damn about anybody. I don't think so. They never gave a damn about me. All I got is me and God. That's about it. And then I got a wife and kids. Now I finally got a family too. So the bottom line, I don't know about you. Did you like eating out of a trash can? Or using abuse as a kid? Oh, you didn't have to go through that crap? I got through hell. Do you understand me? because I didn't want to basically be like the dummies around me. I always wanted to be the smartest person in the room. That's kind of fun for me. So today, if you need $5,000 now, good luck. Your friends and family will tell you no. You see, the average person, probably you waste $50 every other day. If you had a safety card for $5,000, what the average person wastes and pisses away every other day, they're going to maintain $5,000 credit card for safety too. See, common sense is what we have to sell in the bottle. They say the average person wastes 140 a week. That's 600 a month. If I take 50,000 off of a corporate credit card, I can write off the interest in the credit card. The payment is $612.26. I can buy 2 pizza restaurants during the pandemic with the drive-through, using some common sense, because the only thing that usually stayed open was delivery food services or fast food. All right, going through the drive-through. So you can learn to play. But again, you got to reach your goal today. Me, I believe in God. I believe in me. I started kicking the door down at 10. When I kicked the basketball, they went, "What? What, man? Can't jump." Well, a funny thing to say, because it's true. When every time I hear some dummy say, "What, man? Can't jump?" Are you dumb? The guy that holds the record is a what dude? It's me. But again, God made people, not colors. It's crap out there is ridiculous. All right, but that's just my opinion. So understand, when Nixon took the gold standard out, what did you do? You brought the pain home to you. Why don't you write down Ray's rules today? Write them down. Write down $100,000. Couple cards. That's about it. If we use 29%, that gives us $31,000 of credit case. Blank as a fan, lots of job, or pandemic. We're ready to have backup. But you didn't plan the problem, and you got your assets kicked. When you use corporate credit for a business and you don't use it and screw up the personal credit, you get to write off this credit, interest rate credit card. When you make the money, you can absorb the taxation usually. When you screw it up, you bankrupt a division, go get another one. Why would anybody be stupid enough to bring the pain home? I don't understand stupidity. All right, it just doesn't compute for me. You should get your cake and eat it too. Ray's rule, step 7, become a certified CFO. Never bring the pain home again. You should have never brought it in the first place too. There I am, dead. That's what I look like, dead. H1N1. Why don't you Google the address and find out I'm telling you the truth? The devil's trying to hold you back and knock you down too. I've been in 2 comas in my life. One at 5.5, I was crippled for life. Jesus said, "Get up," I got up. Next coma, I got to die and come back and help you. I told you that devil wants to knock us down and hold us back. But God's delays aren't God's denials. You got ability to let me rebuild your life to break even and learn to balance your debt, please. That's what you should do. From there, a corporation's a legal person. Why don't you allow me to build you 10 cash cards per entity? That way you get over $1 million of credit, go up, and away. Again, it's not legal accounting advice. It's just me using my blueprint, rebuilding you, and I'll do most of the work for you too. Is that okay? You see, you understand that the banks give unsecured line of credit up to $150,000 as long as your corporation's 2 years old and you've been in business for 2 years for you too. I like checkbook money. Would you like 5.4 million of checkbook money? Let me know. All right, but it'll take corporations and divisions too. Let's look at chapter 18 now. It says a corporation's a legal person. You see, it's right in front of you. It may sue or be sued. I heard that at 7.5 years old at Mrs. Hope's house, because every Wednesday night they had a poker game, and I wrote it down. They told me it was weird. Probably true. I was 7.5. The next day I went to the library, and I asked the lady, "What does this mean?" She didn't say a word. She walked away. I thought she was kind of rude. Came back, here's a mark of his, here's a butt. She was a my goodness, she was mean. She's a librarian. I read the book. And I go, "There's no blueprint. What's going on?" See, you've been looking for a blueprint, a dummy sheet since the day you were born. You figured out how to get to the $1 million dream. By the way, that blueprint is me. Pay attention today. I went to the library for 2 years. I sent away my money order to the Secretary of State of California, and I found out corporations are free. You pay a little filing fee. Why would anybody spend $3,000 to $5,000 for a damn paper and learn diddly squat? Those attorneys, CPAs, and corporating services should be sued. It's ridiculous. And I'm the founder of Helping Hand. 9.5, I got 100,000 credit in the mail. I got named to the movie Dave. Isn't this fun? I'm also an affiliate. That means I build credit reports under tax IDs. Every corporate division should have cash credit and finance itself. Why would it steal from the family? I build credit for my cat while it's at the Bonaventure to pull that stunt off too. Sam Reynolds, a cat with credit up to $1 million. Egg Magazine interviewed me, and I told him use plastic to finance your business. Then I made the next article too. See, you got a choice today. Why don't we get out our magic wand today? Cats have 9 lives. Why shouldn't you? But again, you have to build a corporate umbrella. You got to learn to play. When you play with me under the tax ID, I'm going to build you the cash reports and get you cash credit right away. And then I'll line you up for some checkbook money. But that's up to you too. There's 7 reasons why. Write them down. Can't take a picture. Line of defense. They're free. They're cheap. Multiple functions. Buy at wholesale price. Multiple credit reports. Real estate. Separated liability. So I get to build credit reports under tax IDs, Experian, Chandra, and Equifax, and get to write it all off too. Isn't that what you should be doing? So if you want $1 million, I'd say up to 9 divisions. If you save up to 5 million, I'm going to tell you it's 41 divisions because that's what I did to prove my point on the matrix. So every time I get you a gold card, my next question, would you like 9 sisters? There's $1 million to 10 million. How much would you like? Next, you put a piece of property in every division or franchise, or all the above. One screws up, you got 8 left to go, then you set up another one again too. There's no reason to ever bring the pain home like you did in the past, because that was silly and dumb. Banks and grocery stores do this. Don't you want to learn to play? Look at it up to you. So understand today, if I take corporate credit card and I loan out the money, I can build an income, and I can basically do what? Use cash flow to free up my time. It's in my book 45 years ago on page 16. So you can build 5,000 to 10,000 a month. Replace your income or add to it. Up, up, and away. Again, what do you get to do? Keep in mind, when I built my first matrix, all right, I took 4.6 million and I created cash flow up to 190,000 a month because I wanted to. Isn't that fun? And when I did it, guess what? That's 41 divisions for you for 5 million of credit. Let's go. But again, I like goodies. You like some goodies? All right, you like the largest UDOC in Huntington Harbor? And all the goodies say Ray Reynolds University. Got my name on it too. I like Lamborghinis and buildings too. They got the Ray Reynolds University as well. Why not? Pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. I like the Hardy and the Love Ride with Neil and Diamond a couple times. You like the buildings and the cars and the goodies? See, I want to repackage you and show you what I did for me to do for you. But it's up to you. Remember, go to class or private time with me or both. It's up to you. If you want a phone call and want me to blueprint you, I charge you $1,000. And that way we spend up to an hour blueprinting you. But during the broadcast, I discount that to $4.99. All right, if you Zelle only, and it's basically me sell to you. From there, if you want basically, all right, to buy 2 calls, I'll give you the 3rd one for free. And those calls are 15 minutes each. From there, if you want to call every week for 52 weeks, it's normally $13,000. Today, you can get it for $5,000, one payment only. And it's only during the broadcast with me. The next thing is I had some people ask me to create a package for them, and it's basically a 90-day package. You can get into this one too. It's a private call once a week for 90 days. It's all workshops and specialty classes. It's 10 divisions, and it's 100,000 of credit. Normally it's $19,250, but today, if you sell the full payment, $6,999 today. And you can only get that package through me during the broadcast too. Oh, by the way, there's your Zelle, RW, but what you Zelle for? Bank transfer, deposit, or wire. Ultimate goal. What are we going to do? We got a corporation with divisions. We did what Ray said us to do. I got one in trouble. What am I going to do? We're going to have a meeting. We're going to vote and elect to disconnect, isolate, and incorporate. And we're going to do what banks and grocery stores do when they want to shut down a location. Under the Federal Protection Act, they can't save it. They bankrupt the hell out of it, and then they go get another one, and they don't bring the pain home like you. Simple. Understand divisions and tax IDs, please. When I build divisions for you, I get the tax ID, 2000 of history. I set up the credit reports. We sell them at the office for 1,000 each, three for 3,000. I discount 1,500 for three or 500 a piece. There's your scan. You can scan and pay now. $1,500 for three. Ultimate Go, that's again tax ID per entity and building credit reports. Is that okay with you? The Ultimate Go, up and away, and you put RW on your Zelle today. Remember, I'd like you to get you $1 million of credit cards, up to $5 million of checkbook money. But again, that's what you should have today to finance that American dream and write it all off too. I'm online 6 days a week live currently. I'm going to repackage every one of you. Done this for 45 years. This is my last and final year of 6 days a week. So get what you can today into this week and this year to get you the $1 million corporation. If you didn't go to Setting the Tone, which is a 3-day boot camp that I just finished a week or two ago, it's my last and final one I'm ever going to do. You might consider getting into part 2. Part 2 is me basically holding your hand for 6 months. It's a phone call. It's Zoom meetings. And from there, level 1, 2, and 3 in specialty classes too. And I give you $50,000 of credit. Normally at 10% would have cost you $5,000. So if you want all the goodies right now, it's $5,000. If you scan, you pay now. All right, or you can basically Zelle, and you can put RW for the Zelle too. But if you don't do it today, you're gonna miss your opportunity too. Now I got specialty classes as well on Saturday, 8 in rotation. So this Saturday I got leveraging of money. Basically, it's at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I charge $9.99 for 90 days of class. If you want one at a time, it's $499 to you. And all you have to do is Zelle, put RW again. So understand that checkbook money today. I like the bank's lines of credit up to $150. So you could literally get 5.4 million if you wanted to, up to that too. But it'll take corps and divisions how to play. And remember, if you don't have a corp for 2 years, I have several profit and nonprofits in California. I can give you one and you can qualify in any state you want to. The office sells them for $4,000. I just discount it and I give you $10,000 of credit. You can pick profit or nonprofit. From there, when you sell today, it's $9.99. You get 10 times your money back too. There's your Zelle, up and away. Now, I'd like you to think about a division of you. A division of you will let you guarantee the house, building, car, receive money in daisy chain credit versus you hurting your family ever again. The divisions of you charge $9.99 at the office. I tend to discount it half price to $4.99. There's your Zelle, RW2. From there, every application for cash credit requires a certified CFO. Our ultimate goal, don't forget the perfect cards. All cards use the 29% but two. These cards use basically, it's like a house or car, as long as you maintain the payment, you can jack them up 100%. See, what you have to understand is you have an emergency, you want the gold and platinum card. They have a paid over limit and they have basically up to $1 million unlimited for you. When I build it for you, I charge you $9.99 ultimate goal. So they offer 99 more cards. Say no. They offer a line of credit too to 25 to 50,000. From here, if you get one, would you like a pack of 10? All right, from one every division too. That can be up to $1 million to $10 million of credit. Here's your whole focus for you. Time to balance your debt. Good luck with that. When you don't know the rules and tools, everybody screws it up. Gold and platinum cards help you balance the debt. You never screw it up again. You should get those for the corporation and divisions too. So normally $9.99 for 4 cards. That's $4,000. Unlimited to 100,000 to $1 million. Paid over time. So today I'm going to discount to get 4 for the price of 2. $19.98. As long as it's Zelle. And when you're a client or become a client too, I can get you more credit lines. These are cash. You put half down. You pay the half when you get the card. But that only gives you a 40% discount if you do it that way during the offer, during the webinar with me. If you want a 60% discount, because 100,000 usually is 10 grand, you would scan it, pay it now. The only one who give you the discount is me, 60%. You can also Zell too, put RVW to that too. See, the biggest problem with all of you is the lack of knowledge is why you bring the pain home. When you jack up your personal credit cards and you get stuck, can't get any more, or you backed yourself in a corner. If we use corporate credit, we finance the interest rate in the credit card line of credit, and borrow money is not taxable. If we win, we absorb the taxation. If we lose, we get rid of a piece called a division, the way I designed it in 85 and 86 for you. You see, when you do retire, your bills never go away. You need to have your cake and eat it too. Raise rules today. Become a certified CFO. All right, never bring the pain home ever again. Ultimate goal, you. One hand puts one hand in, one hand out. We're going to do the hokey pokey. Reality is simple. SSN is a duck and a sheep. Everything you bring is tax, tax, tax. SS4, on the other hand, doesn't pay tax till it's profitable. So we get to play in the IRS rules and tools and learn to understand because it's public record. Everybody can go to irs.gov and download the 1244 and do one tax return and more and almost pay no tax ever again. See, it's kind of like today if I wrote you a check for $1 million, what would you do? Sorry, you're going to put in your personal bank account. I think that'd be kind of dumb. You only get to keep $375. If you put it in the corporation, pay all the bills first, you pay tax on the leftover. No leftover, no tax. Is that how the rich and famous people do it too? You see, today for you, let's understand the United States of America Incorporated. They got 50 corps called states. States got corporations called cities. And that's how they planned the problem. They planned it like I told you to. And they created Chapter 9 bankruptcy under the Federal Protection Act. They wipe out the debt and stay in business. But you brought the pain home to go boo-hoo-hoo. You can start learning to play today if you want to. Why don't you Google bankruptcy? When you Google bankruptcy, it gives you two choices when blankets the fan, SSN, SS4. Who's the deck the next time? You or the family or the division or corporation? You got choices today to play, but it's up to you. Mary's a nice lady. When I met her, she was all screwed up. Before me, she paid $10,000 to her CPA and attorney retainers. She's Ivy League education, Mary's her third grade sweetheart. Both of them highly educated, working for Apple and IBM, good companies. But here's the problem, Mary. She wanted to start a restaurant. Grandma taught her how to cook. Isn't that fun? So what did she do? She used $98,000 of her personal credit, dropped her score from an 800 to a 591, brought the pain home. She called up the CPA and attorney and said, what did I do? Their response was, don't know, diddly squat. You see, Mary's problem is the restaurant shouldn't have been the corporation. It should have been a division. When they went after the corporation, they took her home, and the corporation and her husband divorced her, said, I didn't sign up for that. The restaurant should have been a line of defense division, and she'd never bring the pain home ever again. So I had to repackage Mary and her husband too. So today, if you allow me to add you to my system, ultimate goal. But again, I won't build you $1 million of credit unless you go to workshops and learn the rules and tools. Someone's putting their hand up. Lawrence, if you have a question, type it, please. From there, ultimate goal is very simple. Let's understand today. If you have a corporation before you met me, you spent $3,000 to $5,000. You didn't learn diddly squat. You got ripped off by that attorney or CPA incorporated service, by the way. All corporations are free in all 50 states. You pay a little filing fee. California is free until June on the filing fee. They waived it for you till June of this year. Again, you don't have to be a sheep or a duck. Here's a starter package for beginners. Let's rebuild the credit rapid score. If you don't have articles, also tax ID, I'll give them to you. If you do, we'll use what you got. We'll put you in level 1 in setup every Wednesday, Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, we're going to charge you $1,999. We're going to give you $5,000 credit back to you, so you get 2.5 times your money back. National average for corps is $3,000. So while I train you to be a certified CFO, and during this broadcast, I discount it to $9.99. That way you get 5 times your money back as long as you scan and you pay now. If you don't pay now, call the office. They'll love to get you $19.99. Ultimate goal, I'm your coach for 90 days. Discount is only during the webinar. Million in the making, $5,000, you get $25,000 of credit. That's basically 5 times your money back. But during the broadcast, I even discount that to $24.99. So here you go, $24.99. You scan, you pay now, now, now. It gives you 10 times your money back, no excuses. You see, the reality is this: that discount is good during the broadcast only. So your choices today, as I'm your coach for 90 days, and also you can also Zelle at RW there on the Zelle, what you Zelle for, bank transfer, deposit, or wire. So you got to beat your dad and run your race. Can you please get out of my way? I'll repackage you, please. Getting Pasco. I like the goodies in the mansions, don't you? Stretch in the harbor of God's gift. Race boats and yachts, say the Ray Reynolds University.com. Helicopters, Lamborghinis, and buildings too. Why not? I'd like you to change your driver's license today, please, to a P.O. Box or mail-in address for more privacy. All right, they understand, protect you. Next thing is we have to look at the car you drive today. Sorry, you're a grown up, but what did you do? You were a sheep and a duck. You went to the dealership, you let them sweat you for 5 hours. They really did that, and you allowed that. That's ridiculous. And you lost 5,000, you got 9 inquiries. On the paper, they gave them permission to run your credit. Should have wrote down allows 1 inquiry, took a picture. The picture will last longer. The reality is they sold you on a mailing list and got 125 bucks for every time they did that to you. Your problem is you don't even know how to buy a car. A car is fleet price, tax ID division. We don't need to worry about it on our credit report. We need gap insurance. I'm a CFO. See, here's the problem about an asset. A secured house or car, an example. If you don't pay, they get it back and they have a problem with you. They don't get all their money. They basically convert that as an income to you as a 1099-C. All right, now you got a tax problem too. Every division on a car should be the registered owner and the bumpity bump. So when they sue you, they don't try to take everything you got. They sue the division versus you. But again, you could plan the problem, stop bringing the pain home, and learn how to play. But that's kind of up to you too. Every property you ever get should be a division. You know who's going to slip, fall, and sue you and screw you up. Paycheck should be offset by your house payment. Amazon didn't pay any tax on the first 10 billion, a trillion, or they pay tax. They know how to play. There's no loophole. They're doing what they're allowed to do. You bought Twitter within 24 hours of the line of credit. He's got a spaceship. So does the other guy. So does the other guy. So they got spaceships and they have to play. See, you could join the club today if you want to and basically win the battle. But again, you got to pay attention, go to class, so you don't basically fall on your blankety blank too. Remember, money into more money. Reference 3 times 5. You see, even Carl here doesn't pay state or federal tax. His lines of credit are more than he brings in the billions. See, Disney, they didn't want to pay tax on $1 billion. So what did they do? They wrote an IOU to themselves. Borrow money is not taxable. Specialist holds your hand every step of the way. Reality is very simple. Corporation, you have to basically set it up to run your life through it or in conjunction. That's my recommendation for you. But it's up to you to pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. Your income, isn't that called taxable income? You get the leftover, right? So then you pay the car payment, the gas registration, insurance. Once you yell no and start driving a company car like I do, why would anybody bring the pain home in the first place? They never needed to. Why don't you get an SS4 today? Find out line 10 says banking and credit purposes. Hey, it's public record. You can go to irs.gov, download a form, and find out I'm telling you the truth. And that way you don't have to duck when they sue you. Because right now you're a duck. Reality is coming up to you. Nixon took the gold standard out. Mom, I had to sign the SSN for the baby now. Baby goes in the stroller, the car seat goes home. They want to bond the baby up to $35 million apiece and be able to print some more money. Everything to me are rules and tools. Very simple. Understand something. When you buy a house, escrow, close, homestead, trust. You have a house today, it's not in a trust. Somebody sues you, they take it away. When you die, you get stuck in a probate and your family got diddly squat. Why not? It's kind of dumb of you. You see the corporation, you want to fix up a property, what do? You hire that contractor that hires a subcontractor to stand outside Home Depot. Good workers. But when they slip, fall, and sue you, take everything you got today too, you should have planned the problem like I told you to. I'd rather have them get diddly squat. Why not? Why don't you look up an irrevocable trust today? There's basically step 19 for you. All right, stop bringing the pain home. People all the time, Ray, I don't want to pay tax. I said, so you want to be like Wesley Snipes and go to prison for 5 years. So if you can't play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess, it doesn't work. If you have to go to irs.gov, download a form called 656 433A and B. Get your butt back in the system where it belongs. Step number 20 today. Come on. Every one of you need to be an OPM. Save up to 70%. Don't pay a bill up to 90 days. Close escrow, get up to 200,000 left over. What are you going to do? Most people act like they're rich and piss it away and bring the pain home the next day. Raise rules, leverage your money. Borrow money is not taxable. Line of defense. You see, that's step 21 called blackjack. You could actually learn to win starting today. Ultimate goal. Now, here's my building in 2009. One technology drive, Irvine Spectrum, 22,000 square feet. Doing up to $1 million a day, having fun, helping people like you. Find myself in a coma, dying, everything I had was stolen. So I came back. What am I going to go? Boo, like you? No. I built $1 million of credit in 6 weeks. I don't stay down, and from now on, neither should you. You have to use the blueprint to say, see it, believe it, go get it. And basically, will do that too. I'm going to tell you what to do every time because I don't want you screwing up my program. 1,000 steps to millionaire. Become a certified CFO. Repackaging you. So if you want a 1 hour call, I'll give that to you. Today it is discounted from $1,000 to $499 if it is Zelle, RW, what you Zelle for. You want 2 calls and I give you the third one free, you can do that too for $500 too. From here, 1 call a week for 52 weeks. Normally 13,000. Today, it's 5,000 to you. From there, you want a 90-day program that allows 1 call a week. All workshops and specialties, $100,000 of credit and 10 divisions. Normally $19,250. Today, it is $69.99. Up to you. It is a Zelle, RW, put on the Zelle what you Zelle for. And then from there, you can do bank transfer, deposit, or wire right away. Ultimate goal, understand today. Checkbook money. I love checkbook money. It's nice to play. Don't have a corporation 2 years? I have them in stock for you. And not only will I give you $10,000 of credit, I'll discount it to $9.99. It was done during the broadcast with me. There's your Zelle, RW, the code. That's all you got to do. Corporation's a legal what? Person? May sue or be sued. Divisions and corporation gets cash credit, write it all off too. Corporate umbrella. That's the goal. We got to play. See, the tax ID helps me get credit reports for you. You want up to $1 million, it's 9 divisions. You want up to $5 million, it's 41 divisions. Basically, it's a numbers game learn to play. Divisions tax ID, 2,000 of history, builder reports. $1,000 each. All right, at the office, 3,000 for 3. I discount 3 for 1,500. So there you can pay through the scan, or you can Zelle as we build a corporate credit. And then remember, debt follows tax ID. That way you have a buffer and have planned the problem from you and your family. You protect yourself. There's your Zelle, bank transfer, deposit, or wire. So remember, 45 years helping people online or in person. If you want, I'd get basically the workshops and the private coaching. That way we can speed it up for you too. What are you willing to lose, family? No. Corporate, they sue you. Usually they do, but here's a division. See, if we play chess today, both of us lose pieces on both sides. But at the end of the day, we're both going to get checkmate. Step 23, the ultimate goal, how to play. Refer people. I'll build you some more credit or pay you up to 10%. You can make up to $1,000 today if you want to. Reaching the dream. Think to be the impossible. Using Ray's rules. Making a millionaires out of corporations, divisions, and training people to be the certified CFO for years. Ultimate goal. When I add you to my credit system, I make your score go up, up, and away. But you got to follow the rules and tools. How to get the American dream. I analyze you, and we look at your personal credit, spirit, transfer, and Equifax too. Remember, if you missed setting the tone, that was my last and final boot camp I'll ever do. From here, there's a 6-month program, part 2, I get a phone call privately with you for up to an hour. We Zoom every 2 weeks, and you get level 1, 2, and specialty classes as well. And you get $50,000 more credit as a bonus. It is $5,000. You scan, you pay now. Ultimate Go, if you Zelle, you put RW what you Zelle for it too. So keep in mind today, never have joint credit. It's just in the way. Buy a house, escrow, close, homestead trust. Corporations, just a piece of paper. For those who paid $3,000 to $5,000 and got ripped off, I think you got to sue them because papers are free. All states give them for free, a little filing fee. So understand today, divisions, real estate, franchise, current business, line of defense. So keep in mind today is pretty simple to do. Giving cash credit to a corporation, so you can write it all off, take away excuses. So I give bonus credit all the time, step 24 for you. Ultimate goal. As we play, remember 750 score. I'm going to have to put you in workshops. I'm going to teach you what needs to be done your part. I'm going to do my part too. Rapid refresh. Don't crash it. If you're not, you pay the next one. 750 score. You must be part of the program and do what you're told to do. And I'm going to repackage you. From there, it's basically going to rebuild the credit report to rapid score. Classes on Saturday, $750. It's $1,000, $999. You get a card back for $1,000 to reimburse you. From there, during this broadcast, I discount that to $499. I'm your coach for 90 days. You scan, you pay now for that discount. Your card becomes $500 for you. If you call the office, it's $999. The ultimate goal is up to you. Starter package, rebuild the credit rapid score. Articles also is tax ID free if you don't have them. Set up in level 1 on Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. 5,000 of credit back to you. All right, that gives you 2.5 times your money back for $19.99. During this broadcast, I'm going to discount it to $9.99 only during the broadcast. And you scan, you pay now. That 5,000 of credit now makes it what? 5 times your money back. It's better than being in Vegas. I'm your coach for 90 days. The million in the making. It's $5,000, but you get 25,000 of credit as a bonus. That's 5 times your investment. From here, discounted to $24.99 when you scan, you pay now. I'm your coach for 90 days. If you don't do it during this broadcast and you call the office, just expect to pay $5,000. There's your Zelle, RW for Zelle, bank transfer, deposit, or wire. Keep in mind, every one of you should have a corporation with divisions. Do what the banks and grocery stores do, the cities, Geico, didn't matter if it's Sam's Club too. Your goal is, number 1, stop bringing the pain home. Number 2, become a certified CFO. Number 3, reprogram your brain into millionaire status. So you're going to have to look behind the curtain and do some work on your part too. We do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. And at the end of the day, you better be Zelle right away to get these discounts today. Step 25. But if you don't, you can call 800-510-3338. The ultimate goal, when you call that number, remember, price will be a little higher for you. Ultimate goal. So today we do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. At the end of the day, just always remember, God loves us all.